We are live.
All right. We're out here once again on the highways and the byways, out here to prophesy against this wicked kingdom, which in the Bible is known spiritually as Sodom and Egypt, Mystery Babylon, amongst other things. First and foremost, as usual, we're going to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kwadash, Shalom, to you sincere Akim out there listening, learning, and pushing this truth, and Shalom to the few sincere Akwak that are out there listening and learning as well. Adawan Ratazah, this will be edifying. As usual, we're going to go in the Rakah Kwadash, all right? And Adawan Ratazah meaning Lord's will. And the Rakah Kwadash is the Holy Spirit, or Spirit Holy. Because we do everything through those names, first and foremost, of the Heavenly Father, who you ignorantly call God. See, that's why I always do that from time to time, because you got a lot of new people coming in. So from time to time, it's good to go back to the basics. As Elder Apostle Tahar, and a healthy double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, GMS, who rule well and who teach well and who taught us just truth. We don't say it all the time, but we've entered into other men's labor. Could you hold that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, if I quote a precept, you know, you can, you know, for edification's sake, if it's spirits on you, grab it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we paraphrase, but it's good to actually read it and call the book and verse. You know,
Come on.
for edification's sake. Because going back to our elder apostles, that's what they taught us. First and foremost, everything has to be done in sincerity and truth, and everything is the purpose of everything we do is for the edifying of the body of believers. All right, which is known in the scriptures as the elect of Yasharallah, of Israel. Israel, we know Israel, we got that name Israel from an actual man, okay, who wrestled an angel. His name was Jacob, all right? In the Hebrew, his name would be Yaquab, and Jacob means supplanter, all right? So Jacob wrestled an angel for that blessing that we all share in, the nation of Yasharallah. His name was changed to Israel after he wrestled that angel, okay? And Israel means, in the Hebrew, you would say Yasharallah, all right? Which means he is a prince of the power, or a son of God, all right? So we're sons of gods, all right? Sons and daughters of God, all right? You so-called Negroes, West Indians, Haitians, Latinos, Hispanics, North American Indians, Seminole Indians, all right? Did I leave anything out? The extra 12 tribes. You so-called Negroes, West Indians, Haitians, Latinos, Hispanics, and North American and Seminole Indians. You are the 12 tribes of Israel, all right? And we're scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, but the bulk of us are in the Americas. So what was I starting? So anyway, everything we do, as I was saying in the beginning, we do first and foremost in those names of our power, the creator of heaven and earth, the creator of the universe, who you call God, because there's only one God. The other nations, the Bible, when you read the Bible, because that's what we deal with the Bible, the Holy King James 1611, and the various forms, all right? But we primarily read out of the King James 1611. Again, back to the basics, right? So, hold your thought. So, who you call God, his name is Yahweh, and he's the creator of the universe, and there's only one God. The other nations, all these nations, again, we deal with the Bible deals with nations. The Bible deals with 18 nations on the earth. There's 18 nations on the earth, not races. Race is a new social construct that was created by a particular nation called the Edomites, which is the so-called white man who's in the power seat right now, Esau, okay, who is the wicked per Malachi 1 and 4. Esau, Edom, who's in the power seat for Job 9 and 24, he created that social construct of race, of categorizing people according to their so-called quote-unquote color. I say quote-unquote because that's not even a good categorization. Like he calls the so-called Negroes, the tribe of Judah, and the West Indians and the Haitians, he would categorize us according to his race as black people, which that's a derogatory term. a derogatory name. Words have meanings, connotation. The word black, when you look it up in the dictionary, it has a negative connotation, a negative meaning. That's why he labeled us black, because we're not black, we're different shades of brown. Going back to Adam. Adam in the Hebrew is Adama. Adam was formed from what? The ground. When you look up the ground, the earth, rich oil, rich soil, it's going to be different shades of brown. The richest, the most nutrient dense soil is very dark brown. So again, we're not black. Just like he's not white. White has a positive connotation to it. When you look up the word black, it means void of light, dark. Well, help me out. Everything negative is associated with black. Witches, again, void of light. It's wicked. It has a negative connotation. And when you look up white, white is positive, pure, you know?
Yeah, Snow
holy,
White.
You know?
Gone.
So, and again, they're not white. Just like we're not black, they're not white. The Edomites, Esau, Edom, he's not white. He's different shades of red. Why? Because he lacks melanin. He lacks pigment. Therefore, his blood showeth forth through his skin. Which that's all spoken about in Genesis. Genesis 25 through 27. It gives you the account of Esau and Jacob. So I'm saying a lot, but back to the basics. We had a brother come in last week, and this was where my spirit was on. He was asking a lot of questions, basic milk questions for us, because we're seasoned men, right? Learned men, but pertinent. And if I forget, I'm kind of all over the place, but hopefully it's making sense.
Are you good?
Right? So we're going back to the basics. So again, first and foremost, we deal with the Heavenly Father, the creator of the universe. His name is Yahweh, which means he is, he to be. And he's the power of one particular nation. He's the power of the universe, but he deals with chiefly one nation. And that nation is the nation of Israel, Yasharallah. Okay? And all the other 17 heathen nations, because there's according to the Bible, there's 18 nations. But Yahweh chose one nation to rule over all the nations. One nation above all nations, right? And that's the nation of Israel. Right now we're on the bottom. That's a punishment. That's, when you read the Bible, that's the story of the Israelites. Time and time again. We disobey God, the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, all right? He jacks us up, he punishes us, he brings judgment upon us. He chiefly brings judgment upon us by putting other nations, other heathens over us. We repent. God, Yahweh, has mercy on us. We go off again. How do we go off? Worshiping idols, worshiping other gods, learning the ways of the heathen, keeping their customs, you know?
Gone.
Sacrificing to devils, committing adult, breaking the law, statutes, and commandments. All right? So that's the story of the Israelites. Time and time again, we go off. The Lord jacks us up, puts us in captivity, puts a heathen over us. We repent. He redeems us. We go off all over again. He puts us in captivity again. That's the story, right? But guess what? We're out here to bring you the gospel, the good news. The good news, per Lamentations 4 and 21 on down, is that this is our last captivity. We're not going to go into captivity anymore. Who do we go into captivity this time under? The Edomites. That's how we came to the Americas. The so-called black people. We didn't book a plane ticket. You know, we didn't take a nice voyage to the Americas. We were brought here by the force of the sword, by the conquistadors, by the colonizers, so-called Cristobal Colon, who you know as Christopher Columbus, who you celebrate, these you Babylonians, you Americans celebrate him every year, when Christopher Columbus was a wicked Edomite. All right? When you read the accounts of Christopher Columbus, he said he couldn't put his sword down for 1 hour. He was doing a lot of killing, a lot of rape, robbing, stealing. He stole the gold, the resources from what? The indigenous people in this land. The North American Indians, the Northern Kingdom, the Hispanics, the Latinos, which those are also derogatory names put upon us by our oppressors. I'm all over the place.
No, you good.
You got some precepts?
Yeah, the brother, you know, he said a lot, but Amos 3 and verse 2, you only have I known of all the families of the earth.
Okay, so going back to what I said in the beginning, contrary to popular belief, contrary to what the heathens may tell you, what the Moabites, the so-called Chinese people may tell you, the Ishmaelites, the so-called Arabs, the Elamites, you know, the Japanese, the Ammonites, contrary to what these other 17 heathen nations, or Esau, the so-called white man, would tell you, there is no God, right? There is a God. His name is Yahweh, and he's the power of the Israelites. The blessing went from Abraham, Isaac to Jacob, right? We are the descendants of those men, okay? And the Lord first came to Israel through Moses. He spoke to Moses from Mount Sinai. He gave Moses the law, statutes, and commandments from Mount Sinai. He gave Moses his name, okay? And then Moses gave his name to the Israelites. He gave the laws, statutes, and commandments to the Israelites. You know them as the so-called 10 Commandments, but they're way more than 10 Commandments. I think it's over 360-something odd commandments, all right? So read that again out. Baba Kashah, Amos. You only have I known.
This is Amos.
Lift up your voice a little bit louder, just a little bit.
Con. This is Amos chapter 3 and verse 2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth.
Another word for family is nation or tribe, not race. Again, race is a modern social construct. Again, the so-called Negroes, the tribe of Judah, which, if you don't know, our Lord and Savior, Yahushua HaMashiach, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ, he sprung out of Judah. Yahushua is a so-called black man, and he's an angry black man, okay? Which this world, modern Christianity, doesn't promote. Modern Christianity is nothing more than lies, white supremacy, Edomite supremacy, okay? Yahushua is a very dark-skinned man. It tells you that in Revelation chapter 1. When you read Daniel, what's that, 7 and 9, it gives you the account of Yahweh, the Ancient of Days. He looks exactly like the Son. That's what Yahushua told the disciples. If you've seen me, you've seen the Father. Why? Because they look alike. And then we are made in his image.
Con.
Man, okay? Because in the beginning, all the nations were dark. All the nations were dark. Esau, Edom, a so-called white man, looks the way he does. That's a curse. That's a punishment. Going back to Cain for killing his brother Abel. The Lord took his pigment from him. The Edomites are the only nation that lack pigment.
Facts.
That's why they get skin cancer, melanoma. We live under the sun. If God loved you, why the hell would he create you and put a curse like that upon you? Heavy judgment. When you look around in nature, everything has pigment. The trees, the leaves, they have what? Chlorophyll. It helps you break down vitamin D, which comes from the sun. Vitamin D strengthens your bones and shit.
Con. Yeah.
That's why these Edomites, they got osteoporosis, their bones are brittle, because they're cursed. They're a cursed people. That's why their numbers are dwindling. Anyway, Salaka, go ahead.
It says Amos 3 and verse 2. Ye only have I known.
Only. When you read the scriptures, you got to read it with understanding. It tells you that with all thy getting, get understanding. Okay? Again, everything is about edifying. You got to use critical thinking. Who, when, where, when, how. You know? And look things up as we were taught. Because the Bible was translated from different languages. First and foremost, from the Hebrew. The ancient Hebrew, the Lashawan Quadash, the pure tongue. Then to the Greek, to the Latin, now to English or Spanish or whatever language you're reading it in. Okay? So over time, different words have different meaning. And it's not so in the ancient Hebrew. In ancient Hebrew, one word meant one thing. That, like in English, one word may have seven or eight different meanings.
Yeah.
That it's not so in the ancient Hebrew. For example, the word for father is Abba. That's the only thing it means. Okay? Go ahead.
So it says, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
Because God is a power of judgment. He's a loving power, just as you know, long-suffering, right?
Mm-hmm.
But those are just one side of him. Those are just some of his qualities. God has all the tenets you have, all the qualities you have, all the emotions, all the feelings you have. Why is that so? So that you can understand him. You can relate to him. So just as God loves, he hates. Okay? Just as it tells you, as his mercy is, so is his wrath.
Mm-hmm.
And boy, oh boy, do we know the wrath of God. He put a heinous, that's the curses, Deuteronomy 28. He put a cruel nation over us. To this day.
To this
Look
day.
what ICE is doing. Ice baby. That's that same devil. He got that same hatred from the beginning. From when he slew his brother Abel.
Mm-hmm.
From when he was going to slay Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
That same enmity. The scriptures say he had a perpetual hatred against his brother Jacob and did pursue him with the sword. Why isn't ICE arresting anybody else? Why is it only so-called brown people? So-called brown and black people, which were all brown. Why isn't ICE going after Russians or Ukrainians or Afghanis?
Yeah.
I thought the borders were wide open. I thought the Moabites, them gooks were flooding the borders.
Yeah.
I thought it was a whole bunch of terrorists flooding the borders. Why
Yeah.
you only coming after so-called brown and black people?
Yep.
Because you got a perpetual hatred against your brother Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the main characters in God's movie. If nobody went up there and told you, we all characters in God's movie. Okay?
Yeah.
And in any movie, you got to have good guys and bad guys. Protagonists and antagonists. Guess who the good guys are in this movie? Well, I don't know if they told you, this is an underdog story. An underdog movie. We the good guys. You tribes.
God.
You know?
Yeah.
We the ones that need saving. Saving from who? Our enemies.
It's
And
it-
who was the bad guy? Salakia. Who was the bad
Rakatan.
guy in this movie? The Edomites.
Mhm.
This man is a demon. Man, no nation compares to these Edomites, man. And they're a very proud nation. It tells you that in Obadiah. The
Yeah.
pride of his heart have deceived him. Scriptures also tell you his terribleness have deceived him. Look at what them small hat, big nose people are doing in the land of Palestine. That's
Yeah.
a genocide, man.
Yeah.
There's no outcry.
None
There's
whatsoever.
no outcry. But that's the spirit of the Edomites. Going way back to Alexander the Greek, Alexander the Conqueror. Going back to the Greeks.
Hey, nothing new under the sun.
It tells you that in Maccabees. When Alexander came and his generals came after him, evils were multiplied in the earth. You know?
Con.
They're the only nation to drop an atomic bomb on another group of people.
Nuclear warfare.
They didn't just nuke all the men. They nuked women, children, civilians,
Yeah.
fat man and little boy, or whatever the hell they call it. Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And allegedly, the war was already won. And they dropped a second bomb just to test it. That's the devil you dealing with. But he got the audacity to tell Iran they can't have nuclear armament.
Con.
How dare you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who? How dare you? You the only one that ever used them.
The only one that ever used them.
It's a safeguard. It's something called MAD, mutually assured destruction. You got nukes, I got them too. What you gonna do?
Yeah.
You let yours off, we gonna let ours off. You know? And
Yeah.
if nobody told you, them nukes gonna get shot off. And guess where the main destination is gonna be? Right here in America, Babylon the Great. That's gonna be ground zero.
That's facts.
All these nations with nuclear capability, guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna click up and they're gonna nuke this place. That's what Charlton Heston saw in Planet of the Apes. He saw America on fire. Well, no, he didn't. He saw the aftermath. Because when he was in space, in a spaceship, he thought he was on another planet.
Con.
But towards the end of the movie, when he went to the Forbidden Zone, what did he realize? He was right here in America. He saw the Statue of Liberty. It was covered in sand. That was the aftermath of nuclear destruction. That's why in the other Planet of the Apes, they showed the apes worshiping the missile.
The blessing of destruction.
Yeah, that's what the lake of fire is. America being completely engulfed in flames by nuclear, by intercontinental ballistic missiles and hypersonic missiles. All your allies are going to turn against you, man.
Yeah.
So, Salaki, I'm all over the place.
So,
Go ahead, Al.
It says, I got one.
That's Shemaiah
after
again,
Amos. Nah, he's pulling up again for the second time. It
So,
says,
Salaki, finish Amos. All right, Baba Kashem.
Amos 3:2. It says, "You only have I known
You only have I known
of all the families of the earth."
all the nations of the earth. When Moses came down from Mount Sinai, he didn't give the laws and statutes and commandments to everybody. He gave it to one group of people, the Israelites.
Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquity.
And we deserve it. Go
This,
ahead.
this is Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 19. It reads, "I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death."
That's what Moses said when he came down from Mount Sinai. This day I lay before you life and death, the blessings and the curse. You know, if you obey the laws, all in Deuteronomy 28, the beginning of Deuteronomy 28, all the blessings will come upon you. The fatness of the earth, you know, strangers would serve you, you know, all the blessings. But if you disobey, all the curses will come upon you. And we disobeyed. So all the curses came upon us.
Blessing and cursing. Therefore, choose life.
Our baskets are cursed with proverbs and bywords. You know, we're reproaches amongst the heathen. All these nations got derogatory terms for all of us, man. Niggers, spicks, wetbacks, skins, coons. All these nations look at us like we're the problem. Like we're the problem in the earth. When we got no strength, no might. We don't have no monetary might. We don't have no military might. We don't make no laws. You know? We don't have no nuclear armament. We don't have no banking system. We don't have no government. We don't have no armies. No. We're in the ghettos. We're in the projects. We're in the traps. We're in the barrios. We're the first fired, the last hired. Look what they did with DEI. You know?
Facts.
On the books, it still said we 3/5 of men.
It says,
Why we the problem?
I
We ain't got no true leaders. Go ahead.
It says, "Therefore, choose life." Salaki, let me start up a little bit. It says, I call heaven and earth to record this day against you.
The angels is documented. The angels, right, keeping account.
Yep.
And also it's documented in the scripts,
Con,
the Holy Scrolls.
that I have set before you life and death.
See, that's what the Bible is. The Bible is a historical account of things that happened in the past, things that are happening as we take place, and things that are shortly to come. That's why the Bible is prophetic. It's the only book. It's the only prophetic book in the world. That's why Bibles are selling like hotcake in these last days.
Facts. It reads,
There's no prophecies in the Quran. There's no prophecies in the Book of the Dead. All the prophecies are contained in the Bible. That's why prestigious schools of higher learning, prestigious college institutes still publish the Bible to this day, primarily in Oxford and Cambridge, which is the most prestigious colleges. Because the most prestigious colleges aren't found in America, in Babylon the Great. Harvard and Yale, that pales in comparison over there in England. These Babylonians are dumbed down. The school system in America is the worst.
facts.
They don't even know how to write in cursive no more. They don't know how to spell. They don't know how to add. The military's fat, out of shape, lazy.
Yeah, you just
The youth are degenerates. The women are whores. You know? This is the worst system. This is the worst empire ever.
facts.
But these people love to have it so. They love trannies ruling over them. They love women ruling over them. They like shit being out of order. They like eating poisons, carcinogens,
Yeah,
GMOs. Highly processed foods,
Yeah,
genetically modified organisms, and then they wonder why disease is through the roof. They wonder why cancers is through the roof, diabetes, high cholesterol. It's because of your diet. You eating poisons. You drinking poison water. You bathing in poison water. They got something called forever chemicals, BPAs,
yep.
poisons that never go away.
Hey,
And then you wonder why the trees are looking so damn dead.
the earth is completely out of balance.
Hey, they dumping toxins in the water.
Yep.
They spraying chemtrails. They spraying pesticides on your food. And you wonder why you got all these goddamn autism and diseases and birth defects and side effects. Then on top of that, you eating food with no nutrients.
Exactly. Got to go to the store and buy a bottle of vitamins to get the vitamins provided that should be provided from the food.
Which is all bullshit.
Which is ridiculous.
Them pills are all bullshit. That's part of Esau's psyop, chemicals. Your body can't process it. It doesn't know what it is. It pisses it out.
Well,
That's why when you take them pills, you see it pisses yellow as hell, because your body doesn't digest it. Can't take it in. He's like, what the hell is this chemical? I mean, it's garbage, it's waste. Let me just get rid of it. That's why your kidneys and your livers are overworked. You know?
Yeah.
If you want to eat, you want to get healthy, fix your diet. Eat real foods, fruits and vegetables.
Yeah. Fruits, vegetables, your nuts.
You want to eat nuts? You want to eat everything come out of a box.
That's the diet. Everything that comes out of a box.
They call it
processed.
They call it the Western diet.
Yeah.
All these other nations way more healthy, but the Western civilizations, they out of shape, man.
Yeah. Yeah. All the way. Hey.
Anyway, Salakia, I went on a rant. My bad.
It says blessings and cursings.
That's part of the curses. We'd have to go to the enemy in want of all things.
Therefore,
Northern Kingdom, you hear that?
yeah, Khan. Celebrating.
All the tribes love music, man. We're musical people. We're a jovial people. We got salt. We got flavor. We got soul.
It says, therefore choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live.
Go to Deuteronomy 28. Because if you choose death, guess what? These curses are going to be upon you for a sign and a wonder.
This is Deuteronomy 28.
So that'll be straight to the point. Or maybe one verse up. I can't remember.
Khan.
Let me see if I get it. Who did it first? While you getting that, so Salakia, going back to what I said, the Heavenly Father's name is Yahweh, and his only begotten Son's name is Yahushai. Which, when we say only begotten, that means that's the only thing God did, was create a spirit, the first spirit, which is who you know as Jesus Christ. His name is Yahushai. That's what it means by only begotten Son. The only thing that God did was create his Son. All right? And then after that, Yahushai and the angels, the Alahims, the powers, created everything else. Because that's what God means. God means Allah. God means power. But that power has an actual proper name. He has many titles, just like his Son has many titles. The Most High, the Almighty, you know? Many titles, but one proper name, you know?
Khan.
Same thing with Yahushai. King Shiloh, the conquering lion of Judah, you know? Many titles, but one name, Yahushai.
Yeah.
Yahushai Hamashiach. Hamashiach means anointed. Okay? Go ahead.
This is Deuteronomy 28 and 48. Because the brother was going into how are we the problem and we don't own anything. It says,
Baba Shah, hit the point with the sign and the wonder first.
Khan. This is...
Then you get what you wanted. Salakia. Again, back to the basics. You're going to have a lot of brothers coming in, brothers and sisters, believers, coming in at the 11th hour, which I got that parable on deck in Matthew. Okay, we in that time. The vineyard, the parable of the vineyard.
Con.
We at the 11th hour. This place is obviously done. There's only a handful of prophecies left to play out. Chiefly, the mandatory implementation of the Charagma, the RFID microchip for Revelation 13 and 16. All right? The third woe, the third world's war, and our deliverance. We are well, Jacob's trouble, you know, which is everything culminated. The Charagma, the hour of temptation, the Charagma, you know, World War III, famine, race wars, class wars, civil unrest. That's Jacob's trouble, and we at the beginning stages of it.
Con.
We ain't in the thick of it yet, but we at the door.
This is Deuteronomy 28 and 45. The main point is in 46. It reads, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed. Because
and that's what happened. That's what happened to our nation. But that's a good thing. That's a main way that we can identify ourselves. That's the one thing all these tribes, all these brothers have in common. We under the curses. And we've been under the curses for generations. Because these curses follow us. That's why all of a sudden now, so-called black Americans, right, they realizing that they're under a generational curse. But now their thing is they're gonna break the curse.
yeah,
They're gonna acquire wealth, and they're gonna do this, they're gonna do that. You know, they're gonna set up trust funds. They're gonna send their children to school. They're gonna acquire property. Been there, done that. We tried that already. It don't work.
yeah. A day late, a dollar short.
According to the scriptures, we were gonna go into, what was that, Deuteronomy 28 and 68? We were gonna go into Egypt, which is America, right? Egypt is synonymous for what? Bondage.
Yeah.
America is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. Okay? Why spiritually Sodom and Egypt? It's not Egypt, actual Egypt, which is in Africa, right? It's in it symbolizes Egypt, right? This is where the Israelites, northern and southern kingdom, served hardcore bondage under our enemies, the Edomites, right? And then why Sodom, spiritually Sodom and Egypt? Because it's going out like Sodom, with fire.
Con.
Fire and brimstone, but this time it's going to be nuclear fire. So, Shalaki, go ahead.
It says, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord Adawan thy power.
Jake is hard-headed, stiff-necked. Jake is rebellious. What does it mean to rebel? To make war. You've been making war against your power. How? Again, by worshiping other gods. That's the first commandment. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. He's a jealous power. He's jealous over his name. He's jealous over his people. You know? Again, breaking the laws, statutes, and commandments. You know? Go ahead.
To keep his, it says, to keep
Go back.
his,
Salakia.
Salakia. It says, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee,
Again,
and overtake thee.
Read the whole chapter. It goes in depth. Our women would be whores in the street. You know? Hey, they always talk about the Israelite man, the so-called black man leaving his children. That's part of the curses.
Yeah.
The hatred between the man and the wife, that's in the scriptures. Everything that we go through is documented in the scriptures. There are curses upon our people. But the beautiful thing is, these curses are going upon our enemies now. The same things that were afflicting us, they afflicting our enemies.
Yeah.
Their basket is cursed now. They losing their jobs now. Their homes are destroyed now. Their children are strung out on drugs now.
Yep.
Before, it was us. You had the 60s, you had the heroin epidemic. That affected Jake, man.
Yeah.
You see Jake with the nod, the dope nod. Then what happened? The 80s and the 90s, you had with the crack epidemic.
Crack epidemic.
Which we know that was a CIA operative, man. But now look at these Edomites. Now they on the oids. They can't get off the opioids. See? Beautiful. Deuteronomy 30 and 7. All these curses shall go upon them that hate us. Go ahead.
It says, overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord Adawan thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which
speak on it.
he commanded this day. And the brother, brought it out earlier, how we, as a people, no longer follow his laws, statutes, and commandments, his ways. Okay? It says, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. So that's the distinguished sign who the Lord's chosen people are, the condition that they would be in, all right, to this day. And to this day, his people are on the bottom. You got it, all.
And that's a beautiful thing. These curses are which I'm holding Baruch. Well, you can get that, Baba Kashak, if you like you to read it today. Baruch chapter 4, verse 6, and you use a judgment. But these curses are upon us, and it's beautiful. All right, it's a harsh punishment, but guess what? It's tough love. You know, these curses are upon us to consider, and you consider that from the time you're yay high. You wonder why you in the ghettos. You see the other nations, they doing good, they thriving, they got both parents in the house. Well, back in the day, now, like I said, these curses devouring these heathens.
Yeah.
Their homes split up, you know? They got stepdaddies and shit, but that was an Israelite plight, man, you know? In the heyday of America, because, you know, they want to make America great again.
The golden age.
They want to bring back the golden age, the Leave It to Beaver era. You had the Brady Bunch era. Well, that's when they were going down. Because remember, that was a blended family. But prior to that, the man would stay at home. He had a good job. Usually working at some type of factory.
Yeah.
You know, a steel mill, or a car factory, a manufacturer. That's why Trump wanted to so-called bring back manufacturing. Because that's the Industrial Revolution. That's when America was strong. You know, they were manufacturing things and exporting them and buying their own products, you know? So again, the Edomite man, these heathens, primarily the Edomite man, because the heathens was always catching hell. Remember, not a Chinaman's chance. They would strap the dynamite to when they're building the railroads and shit, blowing up the mountains. They would strap TNT, dynamite. You see the movies, dynamite very explosive, you know? Or nitrogen and shit. You know, so they would strap it to the Chinaman and lower him down, you know, so he could do the planet. But a lot of times he'd blow the fuck up.
All the way down.
So that's the strong breeze blow. This nigga's gone. So that's where that term comes from, not a Chinaman's chance, meaning not a chance in the world. But yeah, all these other heathens were on the bottom, you know?
Yeah.
In the ghettos right along with Jake. Same thing when you look at New York and shit, Ellis Island and shit, the Italians, the Sicilians and shit. They all was in the ghetto with us, man, you know? But anyway, what was I saying, Salakia? I lost it.
You was basically going into how the curses and everything are getting ready to.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing that they're upon us because it's for us to consider. And again, like I was saying, you consider that from yay high, all the tribes. You know, why I don't get no Christmas gifts? Why I'm wearing hand-me-downs? You know, why my clothes? And then it's so bad, Jake. We tease each other about it, man.
Yeah.
You know. That's how we learn to play the dut, and it builds character, it hardens us. Roasting, building the dozens, that come from oppression and poverty. You know, that's why Jake got such a drive, because they trying to climb up out of that hole that we in. Climb up from the bottom. Like Esau will tell you, pull yourself up from the bootstraps. But Jake don't realize this system wasn't designed for you to make it. As soon as you make it, the game starts over.
It's rigged.
It's rigged. A system like the apostles always said is a trap. It was designed. This world was designed for you to stay on the bottom. Really, it's designed for the elites to have everything and you to have nothing. You know? But again, you consider that. You don't understand it, but you recognize it from a small age, man. You know?
Yeah.
Something's different about my living conditions.
Yeah.
Why everybody I know dropping dead you know?
Yeah.
You know,
first thing you see, you know, why don't I live in a subdivision with a gate? Why I'm on 7th Street, 8th Street, 9th Street?
You don't realize the numbers yet till you get older.
Yeah.
But you know when you go over to Bobby's house, Bobby living good. Bobby got the new PlayStation. Well, Bobby got the Nintendo, Sega Genesis. You got the Atari. Bobby talks shit to his parents. Bobby doing good. Bobby driving Power Wheels and shit. You know. You outside playing flag football and shit, basketball.
It's so funny because, you know, in the hood, if one, you know, it's always a Jake doing good. If one Jake get a Power Wheel, you see a gang of kids behind them. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in awe, you know? Totally different living conditions, man, and situations.
Two different worlds.
Two different worlds. This is Baruch.
And they're night and day, complete polar opposites.
Mm-hmm.
But now you're seeing they coming into our world and they can't take it. We used to missing meals. We used to eating ramen noodles, man.
Yep.
You know, mayonnaise sandwiches, sugar water. That's all we know. You know?
No milk, sugar, and like cereal and water. Make it work. Make it work.
Hey, what they told you on Friday? We ain't never got two things that go together.
That match.
Peanut butter, no jelly. You know? Those are called the curses.
Yeah.
So as a nation, we can acknowledge that. We all know it, man. It's evident. It's obvious. And the reason why that is, it's biblical. The brother's reading about it. You know, it's divine intervention. You know, and the only way to get out of this predicament is by turning back to your power. Again, what I was saying about Deuteronomy 28 and 68. It said you were going to go into Egypt. Matter of fact, I don't want to botch it. Get it, Baba Kashaw?
Okay.
I'm
holding something real quick.
I get it. Oh, let me real quick. I get it. You got it. I don't want to lose it, bro.
Con. Definitely don't lose it.
Again, it said we were going to go into Egypt again with ships, and no man would buy us. And the word buy is Old English for save. Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse, and this is a chief identifying prophecy. It only fits one group of people. The yoke of iron, you know, it only fit one group of people. Deuteronomy 28. I start up a little bit. The main point is in 68. I start at 64. Deuteronomy 28 and 64. And you want to speak on it? Because I've been speaking. You want to speak?
No, you got it.
Okay.
And I'll read it if you want to speak on it.
You can jump in, you know.
Fine.
And the Lord Yahweh shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth even unto the other.
Right. And how did the Heavenly Father do that? Through the many slave trades, man.
Many different captivities.
Many different captivities, man.
Not just slave, many different captivities.
Mm-hmm.
The Assyrian captivity, the Babylonian captivity. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So it says, and the Lord Yahweh shall scatter thee among all people. And because the Israelites are among all people. But guess what the common theme is? We at the bottom wherever we at. Again, we either in the traps, we in the barrios, the projects, the hoods, you know?
Yeah.
We somewhere where they say don't go over there at night, you know? Don't go over there, don't go there. So it says, and the Lord Yahweh shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth even unto the other. And there shalt thou serve other gods, which neither, and when I'm reading, that's lowercase g. The Lord chimed in. That anchors it. That moves the anchor. Because there are no other gods. The gods of the heathen are idols. They must needs be born. They're dumb idols. They don't speak. They're not alive. You got to carry them. They were made. They came out of the vain imagination of men. The artificer crafted it. The goldsmith. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Now you worshiping it. You know? They go over there to what? Over there in South America, and they worship that big statue of Jesus Christ. A man made that, man. That's man-made.
Yep.
They can't do nothing. Every so often they gotta renovate the shit, you know. that's these idols, these gods of the heathens. It's vain, you know. So it says, and the Lord Yahweh shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth even unto the other, and there shalt thou serve other gods, because that's what these heathens do. They assimilate you to their culture. They take your heritage, they strip your heritage, they strip your language, they strip your nationality, your identity, your power, you know, your record. They take your records and they give you their slop, their ideologies, you know, their philosophies, you know, and then you teach it to your children, so on and so forth. So that's what happened. That's what the Lord told Jeremiah. Thou thyself shalt discontinue from thy heritage. Because this is our heritage. Like people like to say, are you religious? This is not a religion. This is our heritage, man. These are our ways. These are our customs, man. our traditions, you know?
Con.
And the Lord Yahweh shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth even unto the other. And there shalt thou serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. And the wood and stone represent the two major religions in modern times,
Yep.
which is what? Of course, the wood represents the cross, which is Christianity. Sweet baby Jesus, you know, blonde hair, blue eyed, devil, loves everybody. Serapis Christi, you know, you know, or Islam, Muslim, you know, Allah, that cobblestone, that rock, you okay? They literally worship a rock. It was in Deuteronomy. They claim it fell from heaven and all this bullshit, you know.
Con.
Every year, people make pilgrimages to make their homage to circle this shit. It's a fucking rock. They saved their whole life savings to make a pilgrim. They dropped dead trying to make the pilgrim, man. The customs of the heathen are vain. That's why the Lord said, learn not the way of the heathens. Christmas, you fucking chop. How you getting into it, man? Anyway. And among these nations, remember, I'm going into the curses. A chief identifier of who we are. And among these nations shalt thou find no ease. To this very day. The first fired, the last hired. You know?
Con.
The least paid, the most overworked, the most taken advantage of, the most exploited. You know? Among, I didn't read it, but it said they don't show favor to the old or the young, you know? And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest, because you always on that hamster wheel, chasing the bag, grinding,
Stay on.
grinding, you know? Because you're in a system, you're in a trap. It was designed that way. You're gonna get a speeding ticket, your insurance gonna go up, your car gonna break down. They got something called planned opulence. This man is such a devil, he designs the cars and the technology to break down after a certain amount of time. He don't build shit to last no more. Google that, please. Planned opulence. You can planned opulence. It's an actual term. You go to school, get you a goddamn engineering degree. Guess what you're gonna be doing? You're gonna be working at some type of plant, trying to figure out how can I make this shit break down so they can buy more.
Yeah.
Why you think all these modern cars got modules in them? The modules is a chip, a program that tells the car to malfunction under certain conditions. Everything's computerized now, so once the module go out, the whole car don't fucking work no more. Just because some module broke, went out or some shit, now your car won't even drive. You know what I'm saying?
And the module costs more than the car. It says planned obsolescence is a business strategy.
Let me see. It's opulence, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where
Right here.
Oh, obsolescence. Okay.
Yeah, obsolescence. It says
I said it wrong. Salakia.
is a planned is a business strategy.
A business strategy because everybody broke. And everybody drowning in debt. So what does everybody? What is somebody with common sense say? You know what? I don't mind paying a little bit more, as long as it lasts me. I'll go. That was the mentality before. I'll go get a nice luxury car, a Lexus, a BMW, a Mercedes. You know,
Yeah.
a Cadillac. Why? Because I know it's gonna last me.
Yeah. A foreign-made car.
A luxury car, or whatever.
Yeah. A foreign-made car.
Not just foreign. Cadillac isn't foreign. The mind frame back in the day, you'd get a luxury car. Now American products went down the toilet so much. Now the mentality is you'll get a foreign car. But that's a thing of the past now. Honda's breaking down. Everything is under planned opulence. But going back to my point is, you wouldn't mind spending a little bit more. You wouldn't mind spending a little bit more on your clothes because it was better quality, better fabric. You can wash it; it will last you longer. Some sneakers or some boots. You didn't mind spending the money because you get your money back in the long run. Okay?
Right.
That, like they say, it's expensive to be poor. You go to Walmart, get you some cheap shoes. Yeah, they cheap. Well, not even anymore, but they were cheap, but you're going to run through 2-3 pairs in a year.
Yeah.
When you could just spend a little bit more and get you something that lasts you 2, 3, 4, 5 years, man. Probably, well, they had hand-me-down shops, consignment shops and shit. You know?
Yeah.
Vintage. You got something called vintage because things were made with quality. Not anymore. Go ahead.
Made to last. It says
That's
planned option.
not slocky because these businesses, it's all about the owners. These are the world now is not really mom and pop stores anymore. It's corporations, you know, and the corporation is all about the bottom line, the dividends at the end of the year. You know, they want to check their portfolio and they want to see their stocks increase, the value of their company increase. So they had to figure out ways to make you spend. Because wisdom, like I said, you're not going to spend like that. You know?
Yeah.
That's why nowadays the modern cars, they have a term called throwaway cars. The modern car isn't going to go over 100,000 miles. They're not designed that way. They even, as she's going to go into, they even designed the cars so that it's impossible to fix the simplest things.
Yeah. Yeah.
It actually voids the warranty a lot of times. Even the phones and shit. Why do you think they took the battery out of the phone? Well, you can't take it out no more. It's all planned obsolescence. Go ahead.
It says, planned obsolescence is a business strategy. Where a product is intentionally designed to have a limited useful lifespan, becoming out of date.
Oh, you want to know something even colder now? Now you don't even own nothing. But that's called Schwab. It's called Schwab. You will own nothing to be happy. You remember back in the day, for example, Windows. Remember Windows?
Yeah.
Microsoft. You would have like Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, and you would get the CD, and you could put it on multiple computers and shit.
Yeah, you can install it.
Now everything is a streaming service. Everything is a streaming. You got to renew once your subscription expires. The shit don't work no more. So you don't own nothing. You don't own Photoshop, Adobe. You don't own nothing. But that's all planned obsolescence because they want you to keep paying. They want to keep you on the hamster wheel. With everything. That's part of the New World Order.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
That's crazy. And it's beautiful that the brother brought this out because that's the whole bullshit about the warranty. Okay? Because the product is designed to break, okay, when the warranty's up.
Remember I sent you that video of the dude that was working for GM? And he was going into the transmissions and shit. He went to school, got an engineering degree, and his whole job is to figure out what type of materials, and they put in inferior materials.
Yep.
Instead of using aluminum and steel, they're using plastic. That's all part of planned obsolescence. It's designed to break down.
So it says planned
That's
obsolescence.
why nothing lasts anymore.
Facts.
Because these owners are greedy.
Yep.
They can never have enough. That's what the scriptures say. Habakkuk, never satisfied.
So
he's driving that Ram. That Ram ain't good enough. These new cars, man, go online. Go online. Transmissions blowing, engines blowing and shit.
Just read the review.
Axles, all these, because it's planned obsolescence.
So it says planned obsolescence.
But these people are dummies. They're stupid. These Babylonians, they're not too smart. They're not very smart. Everything got a computer in it. Everything got a chip in it. They're not very smart. These new homes, they building them like shit, man. They just throwing them up, you know?
Yeah.
But now they want 500,000, 600,000.
For a lesser product.
The same home was 100,000 not too long ago. You know? Now the economy's so, we all over the place. So who cares? But now the economy's so out of whack, old homes going for the same price as new homes. That show you something is afoot. You can get an old home for damn near the same price as a new home.
That's fact.
But you better off getting that old home because it's gonna last you, man. That new home is trash.
It says,
and we know because we in the construction industry.
It says
metal studs, water heaters going out, AC units going out.
Yep.
After a year, 2 years,
Yep.
plumbing leaking,
Pipes bursting, man.
plywood. They just slapping these shits together, man.
Yeah. That's facts.
But you got that 30-year mortgage still. And your property taxes keep going up, you know? Your HOA keep going up.
Yeah.
Planned opulence. Go ahead, read that again.
It says planned opulence is a business strategy where a product is intentionally designed to have a limited useful lifespan, becoming out of date or unusable, so consumers will purchase a replacement.
What they do now, the warranties, boy, we no longer service that product.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You got to get the new windows.
Fact.
You know?
Just like you said, it's all by design. It's all by design.
Designed by who? The civilians?
Like Snappi, yo.
Oh man, you got whole board members. That's all they do. You got maybe like 10 board members, CEOs, executives, and shit. Over big ass corporate, hundreds of employees, thousands of employees. And guess what the CEO, what the board of executives are doing? They making these type of decisions.
Yeah.
Service call, and they account for it in the numbers, man.
In the books.
They say, oh, we might get a lawsuit, but we could, you know,
the profit margin.
Yeah. We that just slap. We gonna get a slap on them. We just gonna eat that. You know.
Yeah. It says how it works.
Service calls gonna go. Who cares, man? You know, the bill. We just tack it on the back end.
We charge it to the game.
We get it back on the back end. That's what it's all about. The back end. You know.
It says functional opulence. It says products are designed to break or stop working after a specific period, often due to the use of low quality components.
Ain't that what I just said?
Yeah, or by making them impossible or prohibitively expensive to repair.
I give you, I'm into cars a lot, so I'll give you an example. The oil pan. Oil and the engine is hot. What do we know heat does to plastic? It melts it. That's why oil pans used to be made of metals.
Yep. Yep.
Oil pans are damn plastic. And then the bushings and the screws are plastic.
Oh, plastic too.
So the whole shit just strip out. You gotta replace the whole oil pan.
It don't even strip, it just melts over time.
Or even worse, they might put an actual metal screw and an oil and a plastic oil pan.
Oh,
so these people are morons. But I'm not. They're very intelligent, subtle, cunning hunters.
Yeah.
They're very crafty.
Oh man. Let me see.
Like, you know, everybody like them panoramic roofs. It's cheaper to make that, man. They'll slap some glass up in there. You know?
Uh-huh.
These people don't know nothing.
This is so funny though. To back your point up, the brother was talking about how now the cell phones, the batteries are built into the cell phones, where in the past you were able to remove them and replace them. So it says
a phone will last you forever. You can have a phone for 20, 30 years. Just keep changing the battery.
Keep changing the battery. Just like you said. But it says systematic.
Salakia. I was talking to I fixed my iPhone or whatever. You know, they design it now so you can't change the screen. It's very hard. It's all by design.
It puts companies like iFixit out of business.
Geek Squad and all people that service computers, they ain't making no money like that no more.
Yep.
And the products are dirt cheap, TVs and shit.
Yep.
I remember way back, I met this guy. He serviced TVs, big screen, plasmas and stuff. He said it's just cheaper to buy a new one.
Yeah.
And the TVs aren't lasting because of the panels, the boards, the HDMI ports, all the panels, the boards. They're all cheap. There's some 5-year-olds soldering this shit together over there in Vietnam somewhere.
Yeah, if you ever open,
he getting paid per product, so you know he hauling ass.
If you ever open the back of a flat screen television,
they doing piecework.
They're doing piecework, exactly, not hourly. You literally, if you take off the back of your plasma, all you really see is a motherboard. That's the main brain.
That's what I was talking about.
There's nothing really, no heavy, sturdy components inside of it. Now, it used to be the more expensive your plasma was, the more components there were, or the heavier the television was. But now you can get a 75-inch that one man can lift with his left hand.
They trick you. Oh, it's curved. It can curve and all this shit. It's light. Them TV, remember them floor model TVs? That's how old we are. My mom had a floor model Zenith, wood.
Yeah.
That shit lasts generations, man.
took 39 people to get it in the house, but once you sat it in one spot, it wasn't moving. You was good. You was good. So it says,
but over time again, planned opulence.
con. Last one, it says systemic opulence.
Especially in modern times.
Con.
I say within the last, maybe the 2000s, they really upped it a notch.
Yeah. It
It's
says
like an overdrive now.
systemic opulence. Products are made difficult to repair or upgrade.
That's what I was talking about.
For example, batteries may be sealed.
Like mechanics. Mechanics now, they don't like working on modern cars. You got to get all type of readers, different readers, and all type of shit. And 9 times out of 10, it's a software issue.
9 times out of 10.
Even the mechanics in the damn dealership don't like, because I'm into that type of stuff. A lot of mechanics at dealerships are quitting because it's a lot of recalls.
Yeah.
And they get paid piecework.
Yep.
So it'd be so hard to fix the recalls. It ain't profitable, man.
Fact.
Keep reading that.
Facts. So it says
We got a
It
stew
says-
going. We feeding you with spiritual knowledge and real, you getting a good meal over here.
it says systemic obsolescence. It says products are made difficult to repair or upgrade. For example, batteries may be sealed and irreplaceable, or software updates may stop being provided for older devices.
And I noticed that when I was doing all them computer calls, man. You wonder why the internet going out, the Wi-Fi card, it's the damn updates, man.
Yep. Well, Apple, we know a couple years ago, got sued and lost the lawsuit because if you have older model iPhones, all the updates that they push up automatically slows your version, the older version iPhones down to the point where you can't even use them. So you can have a perfectly new iPhone, I don't know, 5 or 4 or whatever the case may be, never dropped, just took it out the seal. After all the updates, it's gonna start running extremely slow to the point that you can't even use it, okay?
Yeah, any modern phone, a good tip, you gotta go into the settings and delete half them apps that are running.
It says consequences.
Most of the apps that are running in your phone are slowing your phone down, and majority of them are to track you.
Yeah. And this how you know that this man is the devil.
And a lot of them apps be running in the background. You would never know.
Yep.
You gotta actually go into the settings on your phone and in your apps and delete shit. See
Yep.
what's running in the background.
Facts. It says consequences of planned obsolescence, environmental damage.
Oh, the waste.
The waste.
The landfills are huge, man. All them poison, that's why the earth is defiled under the inhabitants thereof.
Yeah.
Just landfills. You got islands of garbage, man, of plastic and metal and a lot of these new technologies, the batteries and shit, they're corrosive. So all that shit going back into the earth, a lot of that stuff doesn't break down hundreds of thousands of years, you know. So and everything goes back to the ultimately to the water, right?
Mm-hmm.
Through the soil, through the earth, it go back to the water tablet.
Facts.
So it's one big gumbo of mess, slop, and there's no way to fix it but by terraforming the earth.
Yep.
What's terraform, Mark?
Re-
Nuclear fallout. Control Alt Delete. It's after
Starting
the nuclear winter.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they said winter's coming. The ice walkers or the
Yeah.
what do you call them? I think it was ice walkers or something like that, right?
Something.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But but Game of Thrones.
Something walkers. Yeah. Can't remember either. It says resource depletion is another consequence of it. The products of new goods consumes vast amounts of natural resources.
That's why this man is waging war everywhere, because he's bleeding the earth of their of natural. Ain't that what he said? Why he wanted to go into Ukraine?
Yeah.
Natural earth minerals.
Yeah. 10 to 12.
Palladium, platinum, uranium. You know,
Mm-hmm.
these precious metals,
Yep.
and they're exhausting it. Oh, fracking. You know what fracking is, right? Fracking is the consequence of drilling out the oil. Because oil is used to what? Going back to science, right? You learned this in science class, geology or whatever. You got, the earth has what? Plates, tectonic plates.
Yep.
And they move, and they rub each other. What stops them from piling up on top of each other? The same thing that stops your engine from seizing up in your car, oil. So by you drilling out all the natural oil in the earth, Now there's a million earthquakes happening all over the place, man. But that's all biblical prophecy, signs of the times.
Yep.
Everything has a cause and effect, a positive and negative adverse effect. Go ahead, Slakia.
Yeah, it says,
And so a negative effect of Esau ruling is he's destroying the earth.
yeah, that's why the Lord said He's gonna destroy those that destroy the earth.
Yep, the times. Yep, beautiful.
It says,
He said if he didn't shorten the days for the elect's sake, no flesh would be saved.
Khan.
That's why this devil trying to go to Mars, because he know, he can't,
You already know.
That's all his futuristic movies is about him going to another galaxy.
Khan.
He done destroyed Earth, and then after they leave Earth, they come back. Earth be a paradise.
Yeah, yeah, everything all green.
They be like civilization started here, but we had to voyage out because he was destroying everything, man. And what's he doing in space? The same damn thing, man. Stripping the precious minerals in different planets and shit.
Yeah. Leaving a trail of trash behind them, man. It says, and here's the beautiful part
Speaking
of
of
it.
trash in the Earth, what about in space? All that space debris, all them satellites. Satellites just fall to the goddamn Earth, man.
Yeah.
This man's a
The
demon.
news be telling people, on Wednesday, there's gonna be some satellites, some space debris falling to the Earth. We don't know where it's gonna land. I'm like,
Like the fucking satellites got Planetopolis too. You know Elon Musk and his what they call that shit? Elon Musk and his satellite, what they call it? I forgot.
I don't remember.
But yeah, you know he doing this.
SpaceX or
No,
I don't know.
Yeah, but the ones he was talking about, he not gonna give them to certain nations and shit.
Yeah. Oh, is it Starlink?
Starlink. You know he doing Planetopolis updates and shit, locking about.
You already know.
You in the middle of a major war, your fucking GPS go down.
Like, what the fuck?
Your subscription expired. See Elon.
Oh man,
You got this goddamn error code 11666.
in the middle of a battle.
You like, what the hell is your drone and shit going out and shit?
Update may take an hour. It says, and this is beautiful right here. It says economic burden on consumers. Consumers spend money on products that they don't necessarily need and go into debt to keep up with consistent upgrades.
That's why the car market is collapsing. These people can't. The plant opulence is so bad. Now these people can't. They can't afford to get a new car.
Yep.
The new.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And not to mention they drowning with negative equity, because that's another part of plant opulence is keeping you in debt, for you to be a damn debt slave.
Facts. This is real quick.
You ain't even done paying off the goddamn car. You ain't even halfway through the goddamn lease, and your engine blow up.
Yeah, and then
I'm not go on YouTube. These modern cars are breaking down 20,000 miles, 10,000 miles after the first oil change.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So now on top of that $700 to $1,000 car payment, you got to pay for repairs. You got to pay for a tow truck. Okay. So
You can't.
it's all a trap.
Insurance ain't gonna cover it no more.
Nope.
You can't even sell the shit.
Yep.
You drowning in negative equity. You ain't even got to start pay. You ain't even started paying the principal.
This is Haggai, chapter 1 and verse 6. Ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink.
Oh, a good reason that is because you eating processed foods,
Con.
which are lacks nutrients and minerals.
Mm-hmm.
So like fast food, McDonald's. Soon as you eat it, you're filled, but shortly thereafter, you hungry again
Mm-hmm.
because you're not eating real foods.
Mm-hmm.
If you eat a proper nutrient-dense meal with vitamins and minerals and protein, eat you some some real meat and some beans and some rice and some fruits and vegetables, you're gonna be one meal. You can live off of one meal a day. You eat one good meal, you're not gonna be hungry no more.
Yeah.
But you eating processed foods. You eating potato chips and donuts, drinking fucking mocha lattes, frappuccinos, nothing but sugar and poison man.
Bro, that's why all Americans have fillings and crowns and all type of jacked up things in their mouth, man. Because of the foods that we're eating. It's simple. says,
I gotta get. Go ahead.
ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes. And that's what it's going into. This system is all a trap to get you to spend money, to get you to go in debt, to get you to become a continual slave, man. Of a continual slave. And that's why Jake is always talking about, I got to get to the bag. I got to get to the bag. But the problem is, more money, more problems. More money, more bills. You got it.
Real quick. Ecclesiasticus, also known as the Book of Sirach, 30 and 25. A cheerful and good heart will have a care of his meat and diet. So that's wisdom. Watching what you eat and your diet. As they say, you are what you eat.
Mm-hmm. Health is wealth. That's what they say in the world. It ain't nothing.
Go to Baruch 4 and 6 if you didn't have nothing.
This is Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 6.
Part of planned opulence is the medical system, the healthcare system.
Mm-hmm.
There's no money in the cure. The money is you coming back, slightly healing that ailment, and keeping you coming back. He the pushing man.
An addict, like an addict.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
They want you at Walgreens, CVS, they're no more Eckerd's, They want you there every month, refilling your goddamn prescription. They ain't gonna heal you. They ain't gonna tell you the solution to fix your problem, which is 9 times out of 10 fixing your diet, and exercise.
Yeah.
No, they want you in the healthcare. Again, a system is by design. What is it called? The healthcare system.
Yep.
Everybody's eating. The insurance company, the doctors, the nurses, and the elites.
And you going into the pharmaceuticals, man. A lot of you women, man, be having cabinets filled with all type of fucking pills.
Cabinets. Nightstands. They be right on the nightstand.
Yeah. And wondering why y'all crazy as hell.
Because you got to take a pill for a pill.
He told me to take this pill, but this one got side effects, so I got to take this pill.
I got to take my blood pressure pill, then I got to take my cholesterol pill because my blood pressure pill raised my cholesterol.
Yeah.
Then I got to take my diabetes medicine for this and that. Then I got to take the upper with my down and my Zoloft and my Oxyum,
God.
You taking it like a damn AIDS patient. You taking a whole cocktail of medicines, man. I got to take this one 3 times a day. I got to take this one once before every meal in the morning,
Yeah. Find out.
How much time we got?
I'm gonna call around like 2:40.
Okay.
I'm gonna call around like 2:35.
We cut it. It's about to pour anyway, so
Salakia.
we might have to cut it short. It is what it is. But it's about to pour anyway. But go ahead, Salak, go ahead.
This is Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 6. Ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because ye have moved Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai to wrath.
Because we don't deal with a wicked power, man. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is righteous. All his judgments are righteous and true. So it's called tough love. Some more. Stay there.
No, I got you.
So again, going back to the point of these curses are upon us for a sign and a wonder. It's for us to consider. But you gotta, if you want to figure out the solution, you gotta go back to the source code. The source code, which is the Bible.
Gotta come down.
Go ahead, Op.
It says, but because you moved Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai to wrath, ye were delivered unto the enemies.
That's what this is, the indignation of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. His righteous anger. Go ahead.
For ye provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils.
Tell you that in Galatians, the Lord is not mocked.
Yep.
Whatever a man soweth, that shall he reap. You think you hurting Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai like Lil Boosie? I can't eat pork. Fuck God. Now who's catching hell?
Yeah.
Now whose health is declining?
Yeah.
Now who can't catch a break? Now who about to get locked up?
Yeah. It was all fun.
But that's just a microcosm. He's just a microcosm. The whole nation, including us, we all did it, man. You know?
Yeah, Khan.
By what? We
It
moved the
says,
Lord.
Khan. It says, because ye moved Yahweh to wrath, you were delivered unto the enemies.
It was divine intervention. Not because Esau was so smart or he was so powerful, you know? It was because, it was Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's judgment. His word is bond.
For ye provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils and not to Yahweh. Ye have forgotten the everlasting power that brought you up, and ye have grieved Jerusalem that nursed you. A little bit more, or?
I don't know. Did we just is that the point?
Yeah, it says, for I saw the captivity of my sons and daughters, which the everlasting brought upon them.
Yeah, we wrap it up.
We're wrapping it up right now. It's starting to come down.
So that's the point. We're going to cut it short, like I said. I don't want Ratazad. This was edifying, exhorting, and comforting. Again, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to the power.
Yahweh, Bahashem,
Yahweh Shai,
Bahashem, Rakah, Quadash.
Shalom to you sincere Akim out there listening, learning, and pushing this truth. And shalom to a few sincere Akwaf that are out there listening and learning as well. Shalom.
Wa Abad Babal.
Come, Yasharallah.
Shalom, Israel, Shalom. We bring it over here.
That's just good, man.